Introducing first in the corner to my left, accepting the open challenge and wrestling out of Amityville, New York, weighing in at 195 pounds, he'll never be famous, Dan Barry! And his opponent to my right, wrestling out of Long Island, New York. She's got big hair and an even bigger smile. The babe with the power, Willow Nightingale.
You cannot discount the electricity surging through the room here in the White Eagle. For the first time ever in singles competition, these two had crossed paths as tag teams back in 2019, but one-on-one singles match between two very good friends who have fostered an incredible relationship over the years. First time ever in singles action here at Perfection or Vanity.
I don't know if Willow would be a great detective, but it's very hard to live up to the standard of Dan Barry.
I mean, certainly, it's set very high. Dan Barry now stretching, warming up, making sure that he is readying himself, steeling himself, and preparing for Willow Nightingale. But, you know, that's actually something to consider, is that Dan Barry answered the open challenge knowing full well who his opponent was. And though she did smile brightly when she heard his music, Willow Nightingale was not expecting to be encountering Dan Barry here.
Willow instead going to
tickle offense.
Tickle offense?
Call it like I see it, Paul.
Well, you saw it right. As here we go, Willow Nightingale and Dan Barry, one-on-one.
For realsies now. Show of respect, the handshake between two friends. Oh, wait, hold on.
Hey, listen, Dan wants to win just like anyone else.
And Dan, I got to imagine, wants to end things quickly here because I'm sure he's feeling worse for wear after the open door tag team war he competed in.
That was a brutal elimination, too. He went through that door hard.
He most certainly did, so certainly not fresh as a daisy coming into this matchup here at Perfection or Vanity.
And now, look at that smooth mat wrestling by Dan Barry. Shoulders down.
Willow kicks out. Now, Barry, Willow trying to a little bit of a gauge, keeping some distance from one another. Certainly, there's got to be, of course, although they encountered, like I said, years ago as tag teams, so much different as a singles competition, and definitely a feeling out process of sorts.
Dan Barry feeling very confident here, putting his hands behind his back, knowing what his next step was going to be before it even happened. And Dan Barry gets the shoulders down, and Willow saying, get off the hair, but might I say that's a little arrogant on the part of Dan Barry and a little taunting, if you will.
It most certainly is, and now Willow making him pay for that. Scooped and slammed is Dan Barry.
Going after the knee. Off the ropes with that crossbody.
The world's most adorable cover. I don't know if the camera's quite caught it, but Willow Nightingale, like I had said, had Dan Barry present at her first ever match. The history goes long throughout their careers, but Dan Barry, as we said, definitely has the experience edge over Willow Nightingale, but does he also have a lot more wear and tear? And I'm not talking about just the open door tag team war, I'm talking about his career as a competitor.
And now, ducks that clothesline. Going backwards does Willow, ducks the clothesline. Off the second rope and a back elbow by Barry. And hey, like I said, you want to go in there and win, so Dan Barry knows how to do that. We've seen that plenty of times in the past.
Dan Barry, we've seen competing a lot at Wrestling Open, has competed against a lot of up-and-coming talents, and I think as of recently, this is probably one of the most established competitors that he has been fighting against here in the ring at Worcester.
We've seen Willow pick up some big-time victories at Beyond Wrestling over the years. On that apron now with Dan Barry.
Oh, now chops exchange, and Willow just laying it into Dan Barry. Oh my God! Gets Dan Barry on her shoulder. Fight through though. Forearm shot to Willow Nightingale.
Blocks that one.
Oh!
Slamming Barry down on the apron, and the tone and tempo of this contest just changed in a hurry. Willow Nightingale sending Barry down to the floor.
Willow with the high five, picture perfect. Thumbs up to the fans here in Worcester. Vibing off of this energy is Willow Nightingale, but did that moment maybe cost her? Dan Barry able to rally.
Big drop kick. Willow Nightingale now the one finding themselves down on the floor, and Dan Barry inside of the ring and able to breathe here after that assault by Willow Nightingale. But how many times have we seen Dan Barry be so cunning and creative to get back into a contest?
I mean, it speaks to the veteran instincts of Dan Barry. Does whatever it takes. Is incredibly creative. Proves that he can hang each and every single time. And now the most adorable cover, but it's not quite as adorable when Dan Barry does it as opposed to when Willow does it.
Doesn't seem like the word adorable is going to come into play again here in this contest. I think these two are starting to really clamp down here as Dan Barry answers the Willow Nightingale Open Challenge.
That's just the thing too, is like I said, these two are good friends, but I think sometimes you think you're friends even harder because there's so much more on the line. There's the respect point, and there's wanting to prove yourself against someone that you've, Willow, known your entire career.
Trying to fight it off is Nightingale. Dan Barry with a clubbing shot to the neck. And now Dan Barry looking around to this crowd, taking his time, being very patient in there, which is a hallmark of a great veteran, but maybe it took too much time. Willow Nightingale with the side Russian leg sweep.
Now it's submission predicament for Dan Barry. Willow Nightingale putting him through a world of pain.
Going with kicks to the side of the head is Willow Nightingale. You can see that smile on her face is gone. She wants to make Dan Barry give it up here.
Absolute intensity now rolling the shoulders back of Dan Barry.
Gets to his feet. Standing Uranagi from Willow Nightingale. Onto Barry, gonna follow it up with the senton, but Barry got the knees up.
Excellent instincts from Dan Barry is now the babe with the power. Oh, chucks another blow, but dodged. Turn fire, and great minds thinking alike, laying each other out. Willow Nightingale and Dan Barry are both down in the center of the ring.
Willow Nightingale, Dan Barry, it was. Dan Barry answering the open challenge here at #PerfectionOrVanity. Use it, let us know what you think. Paul Crockett joined alongside Alyssa Marino as referee Tyler Calloway administers the count. Both competitors starting to stir.
Making it to their knees, slowly rising to their feet, almost simultaneously. Usually you would think whoever got to their feet first would have a little bit of an advantage, but really, it was the same time. Shot from Willow Nightingale, delivered as an answer to Dan Barry.
There's a forearm. Willow Nightingale, not one to back down, as she is unleashing here against Barry.
Wait, but caught now by Dan Barry. Oh, rolls into a back elbow right to the jaw of Nightingale. But now delivering the suplex to Dan Barry, who finds himself in the corner. This could be a dangerous predicament, as now Willow with a cannonball.
Catches Barry in that corner, brings him out, hooks the leg.
Could this be lights out for Dan Barry? No!
Count of two, says referee Tyler Calloway. Dan Barry now looking to recover in a hurry because Willow Nightingale, we've seen her do some heavy damage once she has control.
No doubt about it. I mean, she's called the babe with the power for a reason, trying to put that power on display and possibly looking to deadlift Dan Barry, but Barry looks like he's got elbows driving into the side of the thigh of Willow Nightingale.
Kick to the midsection. Irish whip, gonna go for it. No. Dan Barry gets out of the way, hits a super kick.
Willow was looking to pounce, but instead, the lariat connects.
Hitting that lariat, and now the end could be near for Dan Barry.
Oh wait, no, she was looking for that dangerous babe bomb, but now an air raid crash. Dan Barry re-strategizing, thinking high risk, potentially high reward here at Perfection or Vanity, but Oh, making sure he's got his balance and all his faculties. Swanton. And now the cover, Dan Barry, but...
Out at 2 is Willow Nightingale. Dan Barry unable to put the finishing touches on this one. And it seems like he's starting to get a little frustrated here at this point against Willow, not being able to pick up the win.
Yeah, you can see the wheels are turning for Dan Barry, reassessing the situation. Willow putting up one hell of a fight in this first time ever singles competition. Oh. Now, up on her feet.
Spinning back kick to the midsection. Barry goes off the ropes. Here's the pounce.
Willow wiping out Dan Barry, and now looking for that dangerous babe bomb.
Hits it.
And that is it.
Willow Nightingale picks up the win.
Here is your winner, the babe with the power, Willow Nightingale.
Answering the challenge is Dan Barry. Putting it away is Willow Nightingale. What a win for Willow here at the White Eagle.
What a contest between two friends. I mean, I'm sure Dan Barry is going to be feeling this one for next couple of days, but Willow Nightingale, show of sportsmanship, show of respect, and looking for the embrace from Dan Barry, who obliges ever so kindly. Celebrating all of the... Whoa, hang on! Whoa! Oh, geez, Dan Barry, don't do that.
You had a heart attack over here. But Willow Nightingale is your winner at Perfection or Vanity, and it is always great to see her inside of a Beyond Wrestling ring.